I think for me, I'd really like to focus on this whole issue about government looking for people. It's the same government that says they've gotten intelligence that foreign mercenaries or saboteurs or hijackers have plans to affect the protest. But the point is in two parts. The same intel that the State Security Service has access to should hopefully be able to provide them with intel about who these people are. That's the point I was trying to make. Mr. Ogunye made the point that if they preemptively arrest people, the Nigerians might cry. And I beg to disagree. I think if the SSS has intel or people who are planning to sabotage protests, harm people, cause destruction, there's an assumption that they have evidence. What we've seen in the past, unfortunately, is that our security agencies pick up people without evidence, just on a hunch that, or someone wrote a petition, as we saw with the FIJ journalist a few weeks ago, Daniel Ojukwu, because someone wrote a petition, but without doing an investigation, they picked him up. And if not for the alarm that was raised, he ended up being in jail for 10 days until he was eventually released without being charged to court. So if there is intelligence and there's an assumption that the intelligence is intelligent with who it is and what the plans are, I doubt that Nigerians will raise a fuss if those people are arrested and the evidence is shown that and charged to court immediately by law with evidence that this is what they were planning. That would be the way to go rather than wasting time and energy talking about our intelligence tells us. I don't know who I saw, I think it was Major General Buba or someone saying that our intelligence has told us X, Y, and Z and huffing and puffing about the challenges. Spend the energy and the time actually arresting the people. Rather, what we've seen our security agencies do is pick up young Nigerians who are printing posters, printing T-shirts, doing videos, calling people to come out to protest and saying they're inciting people to violence. I'm not quite sure what part of the word protest. Yes, maybe protest speaks to discontent, but discontent does not equate violence. And the consistent intention, I just saw a statement by the IG of police, the consistency of government in saying the violent 2020 EndSARS protest speaks a lot to intent. The EndSARS protests were not violent until after government unleashed violence, as has been found by the ECOWAS court and by the Lagos judicial panel. So after government unleashed violence and peaceful protesters who had maintained peace for over a week went home, criminals then took the opportunity to take to the streets and destroy property. Tying that to EndSARS after government's violence is wrong, and it's false, and it's a lie. And so calling the EndSARS protests violent, intentionally, constantly referring to it as violent EndSARS protests is wrong because the people that unleashed violence was the government in the first instance. Now, are there criminals in society? Yes. Will bad people take advantage of chaos? Yes. So when the police and the military decide they want to make peaceful protesters their focus and take their eyes off people who are looting and protesting and causing destruction, the people that should be held accountable should be the police force because it is their job. I will end by saying this very clearly. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, as faulty as it might be, is very clear. The security and the welfare of the people shall be the primary responsibility of government. I don't see citizens in there. I see the word security, I see the word welfare, I see the word primary, and I see the word responsibility and government. So let's be clear about who has the responsibility for keeping Nigerians safe, who has the responsibility for keeping protesters safe, and who has the responsibility for ensuring, quite frankly, that Nigerians don't need to protest in the first place. Thank you.